Welcome, everybody. This is our review of the most recent MLW show, MLW X Don Gato. Um, I'm gonna start this off. This was a strange show for me.
I'll start this off by saying, guys, we're going to tell you about the greatest indie show of wrestling we've ever seen on a different episode because it wasn't fucking this one.
I'm not gonna say that this was the worst indie show I've seen. It wasn't the best. I know. I think most of my issue is that like most of the homegrown stars that are on the show, they don't feel established, with the exception of
Mm-mm.
Mads Kruger, which I mean, he's like this Resident Evil Jason Voorhees type character. He's a badass. Of course he's gonna be fucking over. But and the guys that were established were like Gallows and Anderson, um, Baron Corbin and Dijak, Matt Riddle, and Karrion Cross, um, those guys, like like they were already established before they got on the show, and the people that weren't, or the people that weren't, they just didn't feel like they were in. Like obviously the CMLO guys did good. Um, I didn't. You know what? Let's start talking about the show. Let's start from the beginning. Do you have anything else you want to say before we talk about this opening segment?
Uh, I'm in complete agreement with everything you said. Their star power is a little iffy.
Yeah, yeah. Which
It's like me
there,
stealing. It's like me stealing from Walmart and being like, "Hey guys, look at this brand new product I have."
which is fair, and I guess it depends on how you use the talent. But I went to indie shows with stars that have never been on TV before, at least before that their match that night, and like they felt like they had more star power than even some of the established stars on this show. And that's rough. And like that
Yeah,
no
I
hate.
think it's a.
Go ahead.
I think it's a good opportunity to mention. That was something the show, in my opinion, severely lacked is character work. It all felt like the same generic, hey, good guy A, bad guy B. That's really all it did. It was just generic as fuck. Even with people that are established.
Yeah. And the most interesting match to me was the main event, but like they built that up from the beginning and made me think, oh, this is gonna be the next match like a good three times.
Dude, they did not like promote very well. The very first time they showed the match card, they showed like fucking 15 matches, I swear. There wasn't even that many on the card.
Yeah, and I think there was a match that wasn't on the live recording that I saw like looking through this. I'm like, there's another match on here,
Yeah, yeah, I had the
which
same reaction.
no hate to that match. I didn't watch it, but no hate to that match because Cody Fluffman seems like a cool dude. I don't think you know him. Um,
With a
he's
name like that, I wanna become acclimated. I'm just playing.
um so Cody Fluffman is a indie wrestler slash male cheerleader for the Savannah Bananas.
Of course he is.
Oh yeah, he's awesome. I love him. I haven't gotten to see very many of his matches, but he seems cool. He seems cool.
With a name with a name like Fluffman, I knew it had to be something beautiful.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I think they
Oh
call
god.
like the cheerleader section for the Savannah Bananas the Man Nanas.
Man, I don't know what to say to that. That's beautiful.
Watch out, guys. We're about to turn this into a baseball podcast if we're not careful.
Oh, I've got some pretty strong opinions on baseball for when we do.
Yeah, but it's strictly to piss me off.
It's genuine. It's my true thoughts.
Yeah, it's your true thoughts because everyone else thinks it. And not because it's true. It'd be different if
Really?
I had.
Because you're the only one I talk to baseball about with.
Everyone hates the Dodgers, but that's because they actually pay their fucking players compared to like
Well,
everyone else.
oh, I have so many jokes I can't decide which one. So I will
You know,
spare you this time.
just pick one. Just pick one off the top of your head, and then we'll get into the show.
They're called the Dodgers because they be dodging skill and not in the
Uh-huh.
good way. See, that's a shitty joke. I didn't know how to pull that off. I have jokes, I don't have the delivery yet. Fuck you for making me say one before I'm ready. See,
Yeah,
that's just what
that's
the
what I thought.
Dodgers do. They play games before they're ready, and then with the refs on the payroll, they end up winning anyways. They're
Oh,
overrated.
surely, 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 surely. You don't even know what the actual referees are called, fucker.
Might as well be called escorts because they do whatever you pay them to do.
Fuck you. That was a good joke. Okay,
And that, my friends, my wonderful viewers, is how you turn comedy shit into comedy bronze. I would
that
say gold, but we're not there yet. You know, it
yeah,
is
we're
the
not there.
Dodgers.
Anyways, let's get into this
I'm here
opening
all night,
segment.
fellas.
Good Lord. Let's get into this first segment of the show. I was a little bewildered. Like this is the opener. Like
Uh,
so we start off like with a shot of a throne in the ring, and I'm already confused. I'm like, what? And so we have uh Lucha Underground's Dario Cueto, some random woman I don't remember the name of because I don't think they actually said her name. Um, fucking Ricardo Rodriguez, and
I haven't seen that man in a decade.
yeah, I forgot he showed up there. I'd seen a clip of it, but I was just like, wait, he's here, and
I kind
um,
of. Well,
and a wrestler in a blue demon looking mask called Don Gato, who
Don Gato is the goat.
I don't even know if he's an actual wrestler.
He's
All
the
I know
goat.
is that all I know is that he's with the tequila brand, which I mean, good for him. But they all come out and they're like hyping up the crowd, um, like in a face kind of way, which caught me off guard because when you haven't watched Lucha Underground, when I think of Dario Cueto, I think of like sleazy, like sleazy underground boss type of guy. Like
Yeah,
similar to a Vince McMahon, just without the allegations. Um,
it's a very important distinction.
yeah, important distinction. Um, and they don't play into the,
Vince
I
McMahon
don't
could
know.
never sell tequila that well.
No, he really couldn't. Um, anyways, so they're all hyping up the crowd. Um, and a guy comes out. I didn't know his name until his actual match. It's Ikiro Kwan, I think was his name. Is that how you pronounce it?
Yeah,
So
close
he
enough.
comes out, he comes out talking shit because he wants a middleweight title match. Um, and they called him the Lucha Hunter, which sounds badass. But I'm glad they gave him that nickname. Um, and he's not white. Because in this political climate, it's just yeah, I don't know. You get what I mean.
See, now I want there to be a white guy called the fucking Caucasian hunter.
Caucasian.
He just goes after he just goes after European champions, Eastern European champions specifically, or guys he thinks are Eastern European. Like
What
I'm
the
just
fuck's the eel
imagining
you're
him
tracking on?
trying to go after Gunther because he thinks he's Russian, but he's not.
That goddamn
Just gets his
Austrian.
ass handed to him. He's just comedy relief. That's all he is.
My mind goes back to Al Snow with the European title, where he's holding the title, but he comes out as a different nationality every week. Like
That's beautiful.
typically European nationality, but one week he came out as like Brazilian.
If you want to be technical about God, holy fuck, that guy's going 100. We need to send the Caucasian hunter after that man.
You know what? I'm gonna buy that T-shirt where like instead of like the Indians, it's the Caucasians. I
Damn it.
just wear that every week.
The
Anyways,
luchador hunter is a badass nickname though. I
oh
thought
yeah,
the same thing.
oh yeah, it was a badass nickname. Again, I'm glad he's not white because that would have been like terrible. Like, what do you mean we have this white guy hunting Hispanic men? Like, that's just ice.
Call him Columbus.
Anyways, moving on to the next part of the segment. Ikaru Kwan, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Pulls out brass knuckles and he's about to hit either Ricardo or Dario Cueto. I don't remember. Um, but Don Gato just pulls out a fucking sword,
He does too. It's a real fucking sword. He
and I'm
brandishes that shit like a samurai.
and I'm just over here like, what the fuck is going on? Did I miss the TV show? And no, I didn't. They don't have their TV show anymore. So
We
like
start
that.
the show off and we get Ricardo Rodriguez for the first time in 37 years, and then the fucking Mexican blue samurai pulls out a sword. Huh? What?
Just, did I miss something? Like, was Don Gato on the last show?
The, the fucking plot somewhere.
Um, yeah, we cut to the commentators. One of which is Filthy Tom Lawler. Um, I think he did MMA. I don't remember. You might know more about that than I do.
I don't recall ever watching him fight, but they did mention some stuff about he knows how to kick or choke or whatever.
Yeah, yeah. So, they're talking about, I guess, the card that night, which production wise was terrible. Like I hated watching that because they just flip through everything really quickly, and you don't even see who's on the card. You don't even get to read their names. I read, okay,
Mm-mm.
Isla
Nope.
Dawn. Oh, okay, we're on the next one. That's the Good Brothers. Okay, what's the other? Oh, okay. It, it was difficult for me to
We
keep up
got
with.
maybe they showed their names for context for who's haven't seen it. They showed people's names for maybe a second, maybe 1.5 seconds.
Yes, it was especially bad during entrances because I didn't actually see anyone's names until the first match, where it was, oh, Isla Dawn on the Don Gato bottle, and it's like I hate the look of that. Just put the bottle there and have
I,
like an actual nameplate.
I agree.
Yeah. Um. Anyways, in a funnier part of this with the commentators, um, Tom Waller takes a what looks like a tray of shots and puts it on the table, taking it away from the other guy.
And he has a shot counter for how many shots he takes throughout the show.
hmm I think it was at like what 17 or 19 by the end of the night.
19. I don't know if he
Yeah.
got above that. The last I saw it was 19.
Okay. I think so too. I think that was with the last match.
I would have died at 7.
Yeah. Yeah, my last note before we get to this first match is I really do not like this setup. Or I didn't at the beginning of the show.
The ring with the fucking backdrop of like graphic art and shit.
Yeah, I hated that. I don't think it looks good. It's not
I don't
appealing to
either.
me. I
It
found
looks
an
stupid.
appreci I found an appreciation for it when they talked about it being in a theater with the opera cup and all that, but that doesn't make it look any better. Like it was cool
I
with the
agree.
opera cup.
And to compound, I agree. It made the Opera Cup match seem a little more thematic. But to compound on that, the ring did the ring also seem very fucking tiny to you?
Yeah, yeah.
That ring
It
was small
made
as fuck.
yeah, it made Gallows and the team of the skyscrapers look way bigger than they actually were.
You could fit maybe three people in that ring. But as we'll dive into, they fit about three times that many, and it did not go well.
Yeah, yeah. That match it wasn't a. We'll get into that match later. Um, yeah. You have anything to say before we get into the opening contest?
No, I've said my pieces.
Yeah. All right. So Isla Dawn versus Scarlet Bordeaux. Um, yeah. My first note is one of the commentators saying that she's gonna make the holy city a little less holy about Isla Dawn.
I thought that was pretty funny. The city they're in, by the way, is Charleston, for those who don't know.
Yes. Yes, which is in our state, if you didn't know. So,
Shit ass South Carolina. Gotta love it. Or don't. Most of us don't.
you need to get South Carolina flag to just wave every time it's mentioned.
The crowd was really good though, I thought.
Yes. Yeah, the crowd fucking loved it. Like they were into it. I would hate to be in that crowd mostly because of the way everything looks from the seating, but that also might just be me. Um, yeah, there's a lot of decent
It
wrestling.
was not a good layout.
Yeah, no, it was not a good layout whatsoever. I could not like if I was sitting in the front row, I don't know if I would be able to see the full match. Honest to God. I don't know. I
I
wasn't
don't
there.
think you would.
Yeah. I wasn't there. So I can't say whether I was able to see it or not because, again, I wasn't in the front row. But I would have a better time up in the rafters, I think is what you'd call that.
Yeah.
But I don't know. That's just my piece on it. But yeah, there's a lot of decent wrestling. I didn't think I'd see, especially from Scarlett. But then again, I don't know how many of her matches I actually saw since she's been in WWE that long.
Like Scarlett's in WWE.
No, she was in WWE.
Oh. I knew Isla Dawn was. I didn't know Scarlett was.
Yeah, well, she was in there with her husband.
Oh yeah. Well, I knew that. Fucking, I don't know no Scarlet Bordeaux. That's a cool ass name though.
You do know her. She was Carrion's manager,
Who?
Karrion Cross.
I'm gonna be real. I think I saw one match of his ever. Tonight made was he on this one? I think it was two. Made two.
I don't know why I thought you were on the Karrion Cross train.
I don't fucking know either. I'm like, who is this motherfucker? I don't know him.
I
The
thought you knew
cross
him.
train. I hate cross training.
I thought you knew him because like this was a big thing last year before he got released.
I don't even remember him being released. I don't. I think I just didn't give a fuck about him.
I I mean
I just made everybody hate me.
we're kind of like off that train at this point, but that's because he's out of WWE. But
Sounds like management didn't like him either.
yeah, no, they did not. This was like very evident because people were begging for him, and then the contract that they had apparently gave him was just to him and not his wife. And like it wasn't it was I think it was something like less money or not that much more money than he was getting before. I don't remember. He had like a whole documentary about it.
This motherfucker has a documentary.
It was like a YouTube
How
documentary,
popular
but yeah,
is this guy?
he was like over last year. Like people were trying to book him into be like wanted him to be booked as a world champion. Like
Okay,
it,
I just Googled him because I'm a visual man. And yeah, I vaguely remember him. I didn't give a shit about him.
yeah, which is fair enough. I think he did decent. Um, during during his run, I don't think he was ever bad, but I don't know. We're getting off topic. We got to get back to this match. Yeah, Scarlett hit Stink Face on Isla Dawn, and I'm just like, okay, can we not bring that move back?
I thought it was funny just because I haven't seen it in a while. I
Yeah,
liked how the commentators went, adding insult and in or adding injury and insult together, and I was like, you know what? That was a good save. I like that. I'd be
well, I'm
pretty
just
insulted too if someone stink faced me.
yeah, yeah, uh, yeah, but it's just like I feel like I see it like every couple months now because like wrestling fans are weird to say the least.
Oh yeah, that see, I get why they have women do it, but personally, I miss the days of Rikishi doing it
Yeah,
because that really put the fear of God into an opponent. I wouldn't wrestle Rikishi.
I wouldn't either. Like you're a big dude and you shove your ass in people's faces. Yeah, I'm not fucking with you.
I did.
Like no, I'm good. I'm good. You got it, champ. I'll take the count out.
That's the most intimidating thing you can do to a man.
It's
You're
like
not just
you know
gonna
what?
beat my ass. You're gonna use yours as a weapon. Oh hell nah! I'm
Mm.
out. You can have the belt.
You know what? I don't think I need to be champion. Just pin me. It's like,
You know what? I think I'm reconsidering a new career path.
I think a referee
I can
might
be
be
a
better.
minor champion. I'll settle for the U.S. belt, the
Uh,
tag
y-
team division.
Commentators don't get hit that often.
Shit, I ain't never seen the ring announcer take flag. Let me get that microphone.
I'd be the timekeeper.
Fuck it, I'll just be a fan. You know what? That's the safest route.
Eh, I mean, don't have a son that goes into wrestling because you could
Rikishi's
be
a
like
scary man.
you could be punt kicked. Yeah, yeah. I wouldn't fuck with Rikishi. Um,
Oh, you can be punt kicked. That was good. I caught that.
I'm glad you got the reference. Anyways, anything else you want to say before I go into the finish of this match and my rating for it?
The commentator called Isla Dawn and Scarlet Bordeaux seductive sirens, and then went on like a whole rant using alliteration. And I thought that was funny. I like when commentators use figurative language. And literally, my only note is Isla Dawn hit a nasty roundhouse kick, and she did. It was pretty nice, and
That's
that's
fair.
all I have. Where the fuck did Jay go? They killed him. Rikishi got him. No, Jay,
I
come
walked
back
away
from
for
the
a
stink.
second to go. My door opened. I had to go close it. Um,
I thought the stink had got you. It's got its own gravitational pull.
oh no, it's getting me. Good Lord. Anyways, so to finish off the match, Isla Dawn hit a Deadeye. I think it was Isla Dawn, right?
Yes.
I didn't write down who won. Okay. Iwadon hit a dead eye for the win. Give it a 4 out of 10. Like it wasn't
Wait,
memorable.
wait, no, no. Scarlet hit the thing. She won.
Okay, okay, Scarlet won.
Yeah.
Okay, I couldn't remember. I could barely spell her name,
That
but
shows you how the match was.
yeah, about a 4 out of 10. It wasn't memorable, but like, or it was as memorable as it could have been, but it wasn't bad. Like
It was.
like I
I,
was
I would
pleasantly
argue.
surprised. I was pleasantly surprised by Scarlett's performance, but then again, I've only ever seen her as a manager, but that's fine.
I would argue it was bad. I mean, like it's not a bad match, but it's bad from what you'd expect from those two. I also gave it a 4 out of 10, but I would have given it a 3 had I been feeling more assholey.
Fair enough. Um,
It was very fast too, which is a theme throughout this show. Everything was very fucking quick,
yes.
like too quick.
Well, I mean, you have 8 matches in 2 hours. You kind of have to be, but they
And
shouldn't have
that's
done eight
that.
matches in 2 hours.
That's what I yeah, like that's the fucking production booker whoever. That's their fault, not the
Yeah,
wrestlers, but
yeah. Um, my next note is that wrestling is getting a little less large because I thought a guy they focused on was gonna walk down to the ring, like just a guy in the crowd.
they did have some weird ass like crowd shots. They zoomed in on this one guy's face for like 30 seconds.
Well, see, they had the camera following this one guy going down to his seat, and I'm just what? Which like
Oh, I
obviously
know what you're talking about.
like
Yeah, that threw me for a fucking loop too. I was like,
like
who is this guy?
I sat down watching this for a good second. I'm like, this guy about to cut a promo, which is there's a lot of like I can't judge the entire show based off of production changes or not production changes, production flubs or whatever or choices, but they can still be strange. But yeah, so the next match is for the MLW World Tag Team Championships um, between the Good Brothers in Gallows and Anderson and the Skyscrapers in formerly known as Baron Corbin, Bishop Dyer, and Donovan Dijak. Um, I had higher hopes for this match.
I will agree with that. I thought this was going to be a slobber knocker. It was just slobber.
Yeah, yeah, borderline bored to death, like honestly. And the finish was the worst part of it.
The,
Like
the the match itself was about 45 seconds long for
that's what
context.
that's what it felt like. Like they
45
did
seconds
some
of nothing.
yeah they did some cool moves. Like there was one move where I thought they were gonna like have Donovan hit a fucking lion salt, but then he like turned and then did just a regular splash off the middle rope. I'm just like okay. Um yeah, this match generally like I don't have a lot of notes on it, but this match generally felt disorganized and all over the place, and I hated the finish. Um, you have any notes?
I have something to add, but it'll make more sense after you explain the finish.
Okay. So I think it was Dijak and Anderson were in the corner together, and the referee was trying to separate them, and then Dijak, for no fucking reason, pushed the referee out of the way. Like there was, I can understand like them wanting to be in each other's faces so much, like storyline wise, but it's also like disqualification via pushing the ref is only cool when it's intentional. Like Randy Orton, John Cena, where Orton's trying to retain, but he can't beat John Cena, and he gets the idea, oh, let's just slap the shit out of the ref.
Right.
You know what I mean? You know what I'm referring
Not
to?
a not, yeah, I do. Not a little bitch shove. That's what it
Yeah,
was. The referee told him stop. He said, "No, you stop," and then he pushed him.
Yeah.
It's for the belt,
Um,
dumbass.
yeah. Like you're fighting for the belt. Which I mean, it was Donovan, so like he would have retained either way, but still. Honestly, the aftermath of the match was better than the actual match.
Oh, I agree.
Because like there felt like there was more. I'm like, where was this the last 5 minutes? Like
Yeah,
this was a
they spilled out of the ring, and it was just like pure fucking chaos. I'm beat your ass. Well, I'm beating your ass. It was like a
mhm,
back and forth thing.
yeah, but this match for
And
me was a 3 out of 10. Like Jesus Christ. I honestly
I
feel
didn't
like
even.
this is one of the worst matches I've ever had to review.
I didn't even give it a rating. It was so bad. Maybe a 2 out of 10. But
Yeah,
what I was gonna add earlier is, see, the whole match was like fucking a minute, maybe 2 minutes, and it was 2 minutes of nothing. And they get disqualified, and then someone gets clotheslined over the rope, and then the other guy jumps out of the over the rope, and then the other guy jumps off the top rope, and then everybody's outside. They start brawling, right? Well,
right.
one reason this match didn't really work is because the ring was so fucking tiny. They didn't really have space to do anything, so they couldn't do anything until they were outside of the ring. It was so fucking weird,
Yeah.
and
Which
it's
I
not
don't know.
it's not the only match of the card they did that.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll get
Have
into
more
that
people than
match.
the ring can support. Yeah.
Yeah. We'll get into that match after this lightning match, which
Ooh.
I think is interesting. I liked the match. Um, but that's mostly because the guy I wanted to win won. Um, so the lightning match was between Diego Hill, uh Okamura, and CMLL Stigma. Um, my first note is them talking about pro wrestling and lucha libre, and that feels like another Chai T situation. Do you know what I'm
Well,
referring to?
first I think we should. I don't. But first, I think we should explain what a lightning match is, because the
Oh yeah,
commentator sure as fuck didn't.
oh yeah, they didn't. You can go ahead and explain that.
So the gist of a lightning match, which I think you said it, I think is very interesting, is it was a triple threat with a 10-minute time limit. You know, that's a recurring thing on these indie shows. Is this following match with a blah 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 time limit? Well, the whole purpose of a lightning match is you have to win. Somebody has to win in that time limit. So from the opening bell, it was just pure fucking pandemonium. I'm fucking you up. I'm kicking your ass. Oh shit, he's kicking my ass. It was very frantic, but I don't think it was a bad kind of frantic.
Yeah, like it was the energy the show needed up to that point because we had two matches. One of them was okay at best, and the other one was a fucking stinker.
The other one doesn't deserve to be a match.
Yeah, like it should be a match, but it should be like on a regular show, not a random show that you're having in promotion with a tequila. Like this should have had a winner, like a definitive winner,
Yeah,
or
and it
not
had good
this.
star power.
Yeah, yeah. You have freaking Donovan Dijak and Baron Corbin and the Good Brothers. That should have been good. You should have given that more time. But I don't know. Away from that match. But yeah, you had to getting into it within a certain time limit. And a lot of all of these guys were like high flyers, so it fit within the idea of the lightning match. Um, do you want me to explain the chai tea thing? Because I feel like you get the reference, you just don't get it right now.
Chai tea sounds like a chia pet turned rapper.
So chai tea is a type of tea, but in the Spider-Man, I think it was Across the Spider-Verse. I don't remember. It was the second one. The Indian Spider-Man was talking about um having like a cup of chai or some shit, and Miles Morales was like, "Oh yeah, I love chai tea." He's like, "Chai tea? You're saying tea twice." I don't. I feel like you've seen that clip. I just don't remember, or I just don't know.
And now's a good time to mention I've never seen that movie or that clip.
I haven't either, but I see that clip every other week. It feels like.
Man, I live under a rock. You are much more online than I am.
Fair enough. Um, yeah. Anyways, that was my point with the pro wrestling and lucha libre though, because they mean the same thing. It's
I
just,
got you.
yeah. That was more my point with that. Um, but yeah, it was really good to see someone from the Carolinas in Diego Hill. Like I believe I've seen at least one of his matches in person before. He's really good, especially during this match. Like
Yes, he is. He made me a fan.
yeah. Like I'm probably gonna go follow him on Instagram after this just to keep up with him if I'm not already. He was the most impressive person on that card by at this point during the show.
Oh, absolutely. Very damn athletic. That motherfucker was doing shit I didn't expect. I was expecting
Yeah,
like some mid card, like mid card jobber level type deal. And he just comes out here busting moves. I'm like, oh,
yeah. One thing I felt like during this match, Stigma kind of looked like a short Ultimo Dragon.
kind of did. Like an
He
angry
wasn't bad.
Ultimo Dragon.
He wasn't bad though. He was good. Like second most impressive person on the card so far. Uh, um, yeah. So at one point during the match, Stigma hit a destroyer before Okamura pulled the referee out of the ring. It was a really good destroyer. I
It
think it
was.
was on yeah, it was on Diego Hill.
They all three had very good chemistry together, which I feel like up to this point is not something we saw.
Yeah,
They also really had good in ring storytelling. You could feel that they were trying to like snatch victory as quick as they could. It wasn't just like, oh, I'm gonna suplex you then pin. It was like, nah, I'm gonna suplex you, then I'm gonna do a moonsault, and then I'm gonna like stomp on your mouth, and then I'm gonna pin you.
yeah. You have any notes before I get into the finish?
I do not. I just wrote down it was very fast paced and flippy shit this whole time. Diego Hill is a badass.
Yeah. Um, I think the finish kind of was weird, which is why I'm gonna give it the rating that I'm gonna give it. So
Oh, oh.
Okamura hit a low blow, and then he rolled out of the ring. Then Diego hit him with I think it was like like a Cody Cutter type of move. I don't remember the name of it. Um,
It was basically a Cody Cutter.
yeah, and then he went to the top rope to hit like I don't know what you call the move. It was a flipping move. That I remember that. It was a good
Corkscrew
flipping move.
flippy shit.
Yeah,
It
but
it was very similar to what Neville used to do, or Pac when he
yeah,
went by Neville.
yeah,
I think he still does it, but that move.
yeah. Which Diego did good. Okamura, Okamura confused me. Like he hit the low blow and then he went out of the ring. I don't that I might have missed something during that, so that could be me. But Diego got the win after that, and with this being the most organized match so far and a lot more engaging than the first two, I'm giving it a 5 out of 10.
I gave the match a 6 out of 10, and uh, your thoughts are not unfounded. When he hit the low blow and they rolled out the ring, he took a knee, looked back in the ring, and then just kind of cowered in fear. It made no sense.
Yeah.
Like he
It was
clearly had the energy to get back in the ring, but he just let Diego win.
yeah. It's like there might have been something that was supposed to happen there. I don't know. Um
One thing that was good though, that whenever Diego hit his corkscrew flippy shit, he did not land like on the guy's body center mass like he was supposed to. He landed kind of on his face. And
Yeah,
to his credit, the guy he landed on started holding his head, and the commentators made a mention of it. So I felt like that was a good save by everybody involved.
yeah, yeah. I can agree with that. I think that happened at least twice. I think Matt Riddle did some like a corkscrew senton or some shit like on onto Cross and he hit like landed on his leg. I don't remember there was a save there, but like that
No, there
I know
wasn't.
yeah that stuff like that happened at least more than once on this show. Um yeah, let's our next match is a four-way Don Gato
Oh,
gauntlet.
this fucking match. Oh my god.
It was better than the first two matches, but it wasn't as good as that Lightning match. Um my first note is that the Titantron for El Galleon Phantasma, like the pirates, it looked AI generated, and I'm just like, uh, I don't know. It might have been
I
me. It's just something I
oh,
noticed.
I
It,
didn't
it
pay
bugged the
attention
fuck out of
to it.
me. Yeah, it bugged the fuck out of me. I notice a little shit like that. Um, like WWE did it the other week with AAA and uh Dominic Mysterio, and like he was wearing the AAA title, and it would switch from like the AAA logo to like different variations of the A, and then one time it went to AEW.
Oh shit. Fuck AI. If you guys
Yeah,
ever wanted to know our stances, fuck AI.
yeah, I'm pretty prominent about that. Some guy wanted me to make like AI generated title belts for my local to global series, which I'm taking a break from. And I was like, yeah, I'm highly against generative AI.
Tell that man to go to AI and make the AI give him a fucking blueprint for how to live his life like a real man, because clearly he's
Okay.
lacking. I
And
just
makes
shit
fun of my
talked a man who's like 7'3", 400 pounds of pure muscle. He's tracking down where I live as we speak.
like fucking Eddie Hall.
Oh God, no!
You just hear a knock on your door. It's like, what's up, buddy?
Heard you talking shit.
Heard you talking shit. What you doing, man?
Hold up, hold up. Before you eat me, let me ask ChatGPT what I should do here. I'm going down swinging, motherfucker.
It's like, hold on one second. Close the door. He breaks the fucking door down.
You're gonna pay for that.
Um, yeah. Anyways, back to the match. I think all the father-son tag teams were cool.
I agree with that.
I just wish that they dressed a little differently.
Tweedledee and Tweedledum. That's literally
Cause,
how they all dressed.
'Cause
Carbon copies.
I knew who the Blue Panthers were. I knew who the Felinos were, and I knew who the Atlantis were. I didn't know which was which. And that might just be me not being as familiar with these wrestlers and not watching CMLL as much as I probably should, but I was heavily confused.
I went through this whole match not knowing who was who. I just was like, Orange did this, Blue did this.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I knew some of their names and I could be like, okay, these guys are the Pirate team. These guys are the Felinos team, the Panthers, the Atlantis. But that's about it. That's all I could do. Um yeah, I was not excited when I saw that this was a tornado match.
I had a physical reaction.
Yeah. Like normally when you have multi-man matches where it's like a money in the bank, right? It's at least
Hmm.
organized to where whoever's in the ring has the attention at the time. Like that's what they'll focus on. Like at least 5 minutes into the match where it's okay, uh Dolph Ziggler's climbing up the ladder. Oh shit. Here's John Morrison pulling him off. I'm just trying to think of random names right now, but you get my point, right?
Hmm.
Like But with this, it was everyone was in the ring at the same time, and at one point, um, like they all got on the apron like it was a regular tag match, and I
That
was
made
like,
no fucking sense.
like the commentators kind of saved it when they were like, yeah, I guess they're trying to go with a more traditional approach, but it was also like, why? Why are they doing that?
You see, but the thing with that is they tried to save it, but then one team refused to do that. They were still
Yeah,
double teaming the guy in the ring, and the guy's partner was just on the rope cheering him on. Like, hey, asshole, don't just let me get beat up. Come save me.
yeah. Like it was a little bit more organized in those first two matches. I'll give it that, but I, it was hard to tell what was going on. Like my ADHD was all over the place. Um,
There were way too many people for that small of a ring.
yeah, yeah.
It was
And I think
everything and anything all of the time, every second of the match. And it just didn't work.
I think it would have been a little bit better if it was like a genuine gauntlet match where it's like, okay, we have Los Atlantis and the pirate team going against each other, and oh, the pirate team lost. Let's bring in the Felinos, and then the Atlantis lost. Okay, we'll bring in the Panthers for the final match. Like that would have been
That would have
that
worked
would have
way
been
better.
that would have worked way better, even if that was a tornado. But with the way with the way it was, it's just. I couldn't. It was hard for me to keep up with what was going on because like some of them were fighting on the outside of the ring, and that might just be what they're used to with CMLL. But again, I haven't watched them in CMLL. I don't know. Um, there was a uh good move from the pirate team where one of the Panthers had jumped from the top rope. They both caught him, and they both had him like one guy had his legs, one guy had his arms, and they threw him to the other end of the ring.
Oh, yeah.
And
That
then
motherfucker
they,
went flying and he hit the mat hard.
oh yeah. And then when he was in the corner, he like one of the pirates had like picked up the other guy up in the air, and he like standing straight up for a good minute in the air, and then drop kicked him from there.
There
Um,
were some decent spots. They're
yeah,
few and far between, but there was a few. I
yeah.
give them credit.
Yeah. Do you have any opinions before I move on to the next to the finish?
I'm gonna be real. I just shit talked this match the entire time. This match overwhelmed me and overstimulated me, and I could not keep up. There was way too much going on,
Yeah. Um,
and it wasn't like a good way, like a Rumble or a Money in the Bank, like you said, or even the fucking Elimination Chamber. It was just there's too many people doing too much at once.
yes. Yes, something like this, it would have been better if it was like we have a certain focus at this point. Like
Oh, but
again,
hey,
a Money
but
in the
hey,
Bank.
at,
Go ahead.
at least the finish was good, right?
Dude, so I watched them pinning this guy. They counted the two, and the guy didn't kick out, and then they counted again to three. And I'm just
Hold up, I can do
confused.
you. I can do you one better. I can
Hmm.
do you one better. The ref counts to two, is gonna count three, stops, looks towards the other wrestler that's standing up, like, what the fuck do I do? Then he counts again to two, stops, then he counts to three. It was so fucking weird.
Yeah. But that's how El Galeon Phantasma won. I gave this a
El
4.5.
Galeon, give
Yes,
us a 4.5.
yeah, it was better than the first two matches, and I have to make that evident with the point 0.5, but it was not as good as that Lightning match.
I'm gonna be real. I thought I didn't give this a rating again. I just if I had to, I give this a fucking 3 out of 10.
That's completely fair.
That
Um,
match. Whew, I apologize for any wrestlers involved. You are very talented, but
Yeah,
your matchmakers
which
are not.
the wrestlers are really good. I just wish the match was organized in a way where it's like we have this focus at one time, and not to where we have 8 matches in a row where you get maybe 10 minutes at most.
And that's on the long end. They announced for every match there was like in this match has a 30-minute time limit, and then it'd be over in 6 minutes
Yeah, or in fucking disqualification. God, that pisses me off.
or in 32 seconds.
Yeah. So our next match is Priscilla Kelly versus Shotzi Blackheart. Sorry.
With one of the
Um,
coolest nicknames I've ever heard in my life, Hell's favorite harlot. What? They can say that? That was beautiful.
yes, I enjoyed this match a lot more. Like the
Me too.
when I say this show's a mixed bag, it's really a mixed bag. I enjoyed this match. Um, there was a weird production issue though. I don't know if you remember it. Like in the middle of the match, it cuts to like a black screen, and
Okay,
it
you got that shit too. I thought that was
yeah
just my TV
yeah
being fucky.
yeah. Like I had tried to go back and be like, is this something with my TV or and like it stays black for a good 10 seconds. And then it cuts to a logo that says GPW and it's got like a circle or some shit. And like after that logo disappeared, it just went back to the match. And I'm just like, fuck?
I just go fuck myself then. I have psychosis. I imagined that.
Yeah.
I'm not letting the
Um
production team gaslight me.
yeah, like I was sure that that was something that they did. It wasn't something that I was just imagining. Um yeah, there's some good moves during this match that I had noticed. That made me enjoy it a little bit more. There's good cattle mutilation by Shotzi, um, a reverse
That's a
Russian leg sweep
sentence.
from Kelly. What?
That's a good cattle mutilation.
What's the name of the move?
I know, it's just funny. I liked how the match started and the very first move was a roll up, and then the other bitch was like, bitch, and then did another roll up. I'm
Yeah,
a big fan of funny starts.
it's always fun. Um, there's a leg trapped half and half suplex, which I thought was really cool. I don't remember who hit it on who, but I enjoyed that.
See, I didn't know what to call half of these moves, so I was just like, whoa, cool shit landed.
Well, I knew, like, I could explain, like, oh yeah, it's a leg trapped half and half suplex, but that's mostly because they said it on commentary.
That's fair. Just exposing my lack of listening to the commentators. Why don't you, asshole? I'm just
Fair
playing.
enough. Um, yeah, you have anything else before I go into the finish?
So my Shotzi hit Priscilla with a suplex into the ropes and made her fucking legs bounce off of it. And I absolutely love when wrestlers do that. That shit looked like it hurt so much. Like, boom, now you're walking with a limp.
Yep. I saw that. I saw a clip of that. Something like that happened with like Randy Orton, and Randy Orton was like, "My fucking 20 years ain't shit like this happened to me."
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's how you know that shit hurt.
Orton
I'd be
was
pissed too,
pissed.
someone trying to break my ankle slamming me on my back. Fuck you.
Yes. Oh. But yeah, with the finish of this match, Shotzi hit a senton for the win.
Nah, 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 you do her goddamn justice. She hit a super hurricane runner off the top rope, and she was like,
I
nah,
missed that.
it's not enough, biatch. And then she hit a senton.
Okay,
And
you're right. I missed that.
I only make that distinction, number one, because it makes the finish cooler. Number two, I love Hurricane Rondas. Number three, there was a fuckload of Hurricane Rondas on this show. There was like five a match.
It's indie wrestling for you.
It's like the fucking Usos with super kicks. You got to throw at least 37 of them in a match.
That's probably why that second match sucked. It's not enough Hurricane Ranas.
That is true.
I think it would have been a lot better if Dijak had hit him with like at least three.
If you're ever
You
having a shitty match, just hit a few Hurricane Ranas. That's all you need. They don't tell you this, but you can do that. it's a
just makes the
it's a
match
trick of the
infinitely better.
trade. It's a pro tip.
Trying to think of the
They don't want you
universally
to know
bad
this
wrestler.
neat little trick.
I
I'm
think
sorry, I don't mean to keep interrupting.
no, you're fine. I'm trying to think of a universally hated wrestler.
Oh, do you remember that red haired woman, that red haired bitch? What was her name? That couldn't wrestle for shit. Eva
Eva Marie.
Marie. That's all she needed was some Hurricane Ranas. She would have been a fan fucking favorite.
I think people wouldn't hate on Vince McMahon as much as they let him hit three Hurricane Ranas a match.
That's how you get anyone over. That's all Jinder had to do was hit a Hurricane Rana or seven.
Jinder Mahal.
Yes,
I don't know if you heard what I said.
I did not.
I'm talking about Vince McMahon.
Oh, damn it. Oh, that was a good one. I get. I got to respect it. That was good. Just hurt. If you ever get hit with an allegation, just Hurricane Rana your way out. Hit the attorneys.
I think that might just get you an assault charge.
I feel like all right. We're gonna go off the cuff for a second. I feel like legally speaking, if I can
Okay.
hit a Hurricane Rana on my attorney or anybody for that matter, I should be able to get away with it.
Okay, but that's still an assault charge. And in Vince McMahon's case, he's already
Okay,
got one of those.
see. This is where I'd hit you with a Hurricane Rana, and we'll see how you argue.
You can't say anything if you get hit with a Hurricane Rana.
You can't, because you just got Hurricane Rana. How the fuck are you supposed to argue with that? Sir, you're under arrest. Bam, Hurricane Rana. Nah, you've been running.
Just with the fucking megaphone outside your house. Sir, we have military vehicles. Just Hurricane Rana the tank.
See, if you can Hurricane Rana a fucking M1 Abrams, you should be able to get off. I'm just saying. You have to have a lot of skill to do that. You know how big those motherfuckers are? Pretty fucking huge.
Good Lord. Let's get to the rating of this match before we go even deeper into a tangent. We're already an hour in. Um, yeah, so I would rate this a 6 out of 10. It would be higher if it wasn't for like that flub during the match that caused me not to see the full match.
Yeah, I debated between giving it a 6 or 7 because 5 is too low. And I was like,
Yeah,
seven's that's kind of too much. So I agreed with the 6.
yeah, yeah.
That's what I gave it.
Um, yeah, so our next match is for the MLW middleweight championship between Guerrero Maya Jr., Icaro Kwan from the beginning of the show, and Templaro, the champion. Um,
Did you pay attention to the announcer during the entrances?
I don't think I did.
So, something I thought was fucking stupid, and no one will ever change my mind. I know why he did it. I don't agree with it. The first wrestler, he announced their weight in kilos. The second wrestler, he announced their weight in pounds. And then the third one, he announced their weight in kilos once again. We are in Charleston, South Carolina. Pounds. I don't care if the wrestler isn't, Western American, whatever. Pounds. I'm very passionate about this. If we're somewhere that uses kilos, you are free to use kilos. But if you're in the United States, you use pounds.
What the
There you go.
fuck is a kilometer? Sorry, that's just how you sound to me right now.
It's a goddamn commie unit. Fuck kilometers. I like kilometers, all right? There's their time and their place. But all right, this was not the time or the place. I'm done.
See, I had
And
noticed.
one
I
more
didn't.
thing. I'm just saying.
I had noticed the kilos thing. I did not notice the fact that they switched from kilos to pounds. Um, I
And then
agree.
switched back. I rewinded the entrance as just to see because it pissed me off.
So I agree that it should be consistent. Like if you're going to do weights, I think you should do either pounds or kilos. Not this guy gets kilos, this guy gets pounds. I think it should remain consistent solely so that way it's like, okay, I can visualize this. Like
Yes,
if you're in the United States, like it makes more sense to do pounds. If you're in Mexico, it makes more sense to do kilos. So that way your in-person audience can understand it better. And if you're at home, you'd be like, oh, how many kilos is that? You know what I mean?
especially when you're doing it for a championship belt in a weight class called middleweight.
Yes. Well, middleweight for them is technically their cruiserweights. I don't remember the specific weight class, but either way, it should be consistent.
Yes. Shit, you can say both for each wrestler if you have to, but you gotta choose one and you gotta stick to it. You try to please everybody, you piss me off.
That's completely understandable. Um, yeah, I have,
That was a 15-minute rant, and now the match can start.
yeah, we can get started on the match. You might have more notes on this match than I do. Um,
I
because,
wouldn't bet on it.
yeah, okay. Um, I don't remember a lot of what happened in this match. I just know that there was a lot of good back and forth action. Um, and I was confused on whether Don Gato was a wrestler.
Don Gatto's the GOAT.
If if they put Don Gato in a match in the future, good for Don Gato. But until then, I am confused as hell.
I think he's just a tequila salesman, to be honest. That's what he carries himself like a cartel boss.
He really does. He really does. So I don't know if you've seen this a lot. I really like when they put luchadors in suits and their mask at the same time.
Yeah.
I liked that they did that with Don Gato. Whether he's like an actual salesman or he's just some random indie guy that they decided, yeah, we're just gonna put you in a mask and call it a day. Um, I don't know. I don't know what Don Gato does. Like, is he gonna be a full-time wrestler? Is he just there for the tequila? I don't know.
I think he's found his niche. I think he's a tequila salesman who occasionally whoops ass and brandishes a samurai sword.
Yeah, which they have.
I mean, there's been worse tropes in wrestling.
Yeah, yeah. There's been worse tropes and gimmicks. You ever heard of the tag team with the lesbians?
You know, I think I have heard of them an occasion or two.
So in like the mid 2000s, Vince ha had just these two women's wrestlers, and like they weren't like stereotypical lesbians either. They were just models that like wrestled, and they were just called the lesbians.
Was that early 2000s?
It was either early or mid 2000s, like maybe around
Okay, yeah.
2006.
Yeah,
Definitely before
I
the PG
knew
era.
I should have known it was a Vince thing. I couldn't remember if it was a Vince thing or a fucking WCW thing.
Yeah, no, it was a Vince thing. Either way, it's a Vince thing. You just got to figure out whether it's Russo or McMahon.
For real. I'm waiting for his allegations.
Russo?
Yeah.
I don't know. Jim
I
Cornette's
don't
waiting
think
for
he
him to
did
die.
anything that. Goddamn.
Have you not seen that clip?
Yeah, of course I
It's
have.
a Dark Side of the Ring.
I have heard that off topic. I have heard Dark Side of the Ring is very good. I have not watched any of them.
It's really good. I do suggest you watch it when you get the chance. But during the episode talking about the Brawl for All from like 1999, at the very end of the episode, Jim Cornette was like, "I will keep myself healthy so that way I will outlive Vince Russo and I can piss on his grave.
That's beautiful.
Like my wife already has instructions, um, for when he dies." It's a funny
That
clip.
is next level hating.
I've
That's
I've
like
never
Kendrick
seen.
Lamar level hating.
Yeah, I think it's beyond that, honestly. I think Kendrick would get over it in about, or is already over this previous beef.
Get
Anyways,
over it in a decade or two. Cornette holds lifelong grudges.
yeah, I think this shit with Cornette's almost like 3 decades.
Oh, that's a long time. That's fuck.
You good?
I just respect the intensity is all.
Okay, we need to get back to this match. Do you have any um thing you want to say before I talk about the finish? Because I at least wrote that down.
I did not. This is one of those matches where there was just so much going on. I
Yeah,
didn't really have a chance to write anything down about it. I just kind of was like, "Oh shit, this guy did this cool shit. This guy did this cool thing."
yeah,
It was very good. They all had good chemistry.
yeah. Um, so Kwan gets his knuckles taken by Gato.
My knuckles, his brass knuckles,
Yes,
guys.
his no, no, his real knuckles. He gets his brass knuckles taken by Gato, and then I guess Gato
Give me
beats him
them nuts,
down,
boy.
and then lets Templaro hit him with his finisher or some shit, and then wakes the referee up for Templaro to win. Honestly, 5.5 match.
6 out of 10.
Yeah, five and a half out of 10. The show's getting better as we go on, though. I will say.
Oh, yes, it is. And this next one is my favorite.
Yes. Um, there is a video for before we get there for Killer Cross and OnlyFans model Matt Riddle. Um,
Is he actually?
you can look it up. I'll explain the video.
Well, he's
Huh?
not the first former UFC fighter to do it. Shout out
I'm
Stipe Miocic.
I'm not surprised. Anyways, Cross thinks that Riddle is full of shit in terms of who's going to win. And tells Riddle to choke him out, and he'll see how he gets out of it. Um, and I was pissed that it was not the next match because I was really like, okay, it's gonna be the next match, and we're gonna see, or we're gonna be very excited to see it. And it's like, no, no, it's not the next match. We just my note was that this match better be 10 out of 10. Um,
The Riddle match or the next match?
Riddle match.
Okay, Riddle, right? Yeah, yeah. That promo placement was fucking weird.
Yeah, it made it feel like it was next, but I can
It
understand
did.
wanting a promo to hype it up. Um, yeah. So for the MLW World Heavyweight Championship, it is Brock Anderson versus Mads Krul Kruger. Um, yeah, this did Krul some justice. Like it made me
In
a
a
fan of him.
bunkhouse match.
Yes, a bunkhouse match. I forgot to write that down. You're right. Um,
Whatever the fuck that means, because they didn't explain it, and I still don't know what it means.
I don't know what it means either. I just assumed it meant no DQ because they just
Yep.
had like they had all of them in the ring. Arn Anderson was just shat on Cruel's stable, and then CW Anderson from ECW came out, and all three of the Andersons were just beating the shit out of Cruel with like kendo sticks and shit. And I've seen some other Cruel matches where it's like, oh yeah, this guy's a monster. Like he's throwing people around and he's being built up as like Kane on steroids.
Mhm.
Um, but they didn't do it to where they don't put him on steroids to the point of where he's like invincible most of the time. It's like, oh yeah, they can still beat the shit out of him. Um, my notes were, yeah, they even the hell out of this match, and then oh yeah, he's back. Um,
So about that beating him with the kendo sticks, one thing I really enjoyed about this match is all three Andersons, surrounded the ring or surrounded Kruger with surrounded him the Shield style, right? Prime Shield, and they all had
yes,
a kendo stick, and they started to like mollywop the fuck out of him. And I like how they showed him he was trying to no sell it and he was trying to tough it out and fight back, but they just overwhelmed him with sheer volume and beat his ass. That was very beautiful to me.
yes, yeah. They hit him with a spine buster, and then Cruel tried to roll out of the ring, but they rolled him back in.
Instantly, I was like, nah, motherfucker, you getting back in there.
At one point during the match, they sprayed him with a fucking fire extinguisher.
I would be so pissed off.
Oh yeah. Um, yeah. I'm like I said, he had some great psychology with it, where it's like he's trying to play invincible, but then like they overwhelm the hell out of him, which I found it entertaining. Um, but eventually, do you have any notes before I get to this finish?
Oh, no, no, I've said my piece.
Yeah. Well, well, they get to the point where Cool's like, yeah, I'm gonna stop fucking with y'all. CW and Arn are on the outside of the ring. Brock Anderson's in front of him and hits him with like a face plant type of move. Um, for like to win the match. It's just like, okay, cool. I didn't know how you won this match, but cool. Um, but yeah, I got a 6 out of 10. It's a lot funner than some of the previous matches.
I agree. I also gave it a 6 out of 10. I thought the finish could have been better. They made Brock seem kind of weak, which maybe that's what they were going for.
Yeah,
But it made Brock seem weaker than it made Kruger seem strong.
which is fair, but the, I think we might need more context, like generally when it comes to Kruger, because like he's just like that in all of his matches, where he's like this
That's fair.
big monstrous um being to say the least.
Mm-hmm.
Like an indie Kane is the best way I can come up with to describe him, just without the politics.
That's, that is fair, and you're a some bitch.
I'm on it with these jokes. Yeah,
I'm gonna go
and
to Knoxville and give that big red bastard a piece of my mind. Hello, good sir. You are big as fuck. Holy shit. I'm. How are you doing today, Mr. Glenn?
anyways, we get to the next match. There's a promo hyping up the Opera Cup finals. Um, yeah, this honestly, the Opera Cup should have been what the show was built around.
I think so
Because
too, because it was beautiful.
like I don't think this was the best match on the card. Um, but I think this very easily could have been a good main event, and I would have been happy leaving it with this the main event. Um,
I agree.
which I can understand sometimes not wanting a tournament to be the event, but also when it's essentially your King of the Ring, it kind of should be, right? Like King of the Ring outside of King of the Ring is weird.
I think you can, you know, I was about to say I think you can get away with it either way, but the more I think about it, having a King of the Ring, it'd be like having a Rumble outside of the Royal Rumble. It is rather odd, and I don't think it works once it's an established concept, like how they had for that example falls flat. But yeah, I agree. I agree.
Yeah. Um, yeah. So I told you there was going to be a joke I was going to make twice during this episode. So the Opera Cup Finals, Volador Jr. versus Mystico. Mystico won it last year. They give Mystico this big entrance because he's a really big deal. Like he's the John Cena of Mexico for lack of a better term. But they give him a bunch of men in white hoods, and I'm gonna remake the joke again. Thank God he's not white. Um,
I think he should be white.
no, I don't think he should be white. I don't think he should be white for this. I'm
I
glad that
think
this is a
he should
Mexican
be
man doing
a.
this.
I think he should be a rich, powerful white man. I'm just playing.
Instead of Mystico, it's like a JBL.
Yes, yes, it's JBL in the luchador outfit.
Oh my fucking God.
That he could have pulled that gimmick off so well. I
I know
wish
he
he
could.
found the fountain of youth.
I know he could, and that's the worst part. He plays an oddly good racist.
JBL is just fucking. He's a great comedic heel. He even does it on Twitter. He's so fuck. I hated him as a kid, but goddamn, do I love Jibble now.
Did you call him Jibble?
Everybody calls him Jibble.
I've never called him Jibble.
Well, that's because you're wrong, sir. You're wrong. You need to give Jibble the goddamn respect he deserves
Um,
before he gives you a
anyway,
clothesline from Halusha.
anyways, um, yeah. I'm glad. Thank God Misako's not white, and thank God not all the men in those hoods were white. I couldn't tell all of them. I saw there was a black guy, but
And thank God the hoods weren't pointy.
yeah, thank God they weren't pointy either. Like that would have been bad imagery. Um, yeah, the cheer off at the beginning of the match was fun between them, where they're like trying to
Oh,
get the crowd
I
to cheer
thought
them.
so too.
Like that was fun because it's
Hooray!
like,
Ooh.
yeah,
See, what's interesting about that is they started off cheering for both of them with a little bit of booze for V Man Jr. I don't know how you pronounce his name. Volador?
Volador, Volador.
Volador.
Yeah, it's supposed to be fire or some shit.
And but as Mystico started doing it and they got to the competition, then the crowd was like, "Oh, I see what's going on here," and they started booing him more. I thought that was funny.
Yeah, it was really funny. Where'd that go? There it is. There were some dirty tactics from Volador with the him trying to untie Misako's mask. I thought that was really cool, but I wish that they played more into that for
I
Volador.
agree. They just kind of did it and left it.
Yeah, like if you're gonna do something like that, make that kind of the point of the match. Because he did it before, where he took a guy's mask off to win. And like you could have like almost taken Misako's mask off and then he like him hit you or there could have been more for in my opinion.
I agree.
Um
It's like bringing out a table and then never using it.
yeah, yeah. Like that's always awkward. Like don't bring out the table if you're not gonna put somebody through it. Like come on.
Don't cock tease me, damn it.
Yes. Yeah. It was really good back and forth though. I really did enjoy it. You have any notes um before we move on?
I for how for how entertaining the match was, and it was a good match. They did have some very good exchanges, and they flowed very well together. There was also some very odd breaks in the action where they would just kind of stop and stare at each other or stare at the crowd. Or Mystico would like, oh, I swear, it started pissing me off. He would hit a move and then gesture to the crowd to like, get amped up, start clapping, start hollering, whatever. But he did it after every single move, so it just had a weird choppy momentum.
Yeah, I get that.
That
Um,
little shit like that irks me because it ruins an otherwise good flow. Because if they had just flowed, it would have been beautiful instead of just good.
yeah. The big thing with the CMLL style is that when you watch a CMLL match, you are there to watch the flow of things. Like, oh, they're going from this move to that move to this move to that move, and it's entertaining. And you watch it, and you watch like a lot of these clips where it's these guys flying from one end of the ring to the other. It's entertaining to watch, but you didn't really get that here.
Yeah, I mean, there was a few brief moments. I'd say maybe 3 or 4 times throughout the match where they did do that. But the rest of the match, it was so choppy and dull and slow. It's like, what are we doing here?
I completely understand. Um, yeah. So with the finish of the match, Místico caught an armbar on Volador, and made him tap out to become a two-time Opera Cup winner. Which I think means he gets a shot at Mads Kruger at some point, probably at Battle Riot,
Oh shit, that'll be fun.
which is like their Royal Rumble. Um, I don't know if I'd watch it, but good for them. The logo looks like a knockoff of the um
Dick.
28 Battle Riot logo or the 28 WrestleMania logo. WrestleMania 28, whatever. What?
Okay, you saw that too. I thought that was the WrestleMania 28 logo for a minute.
No, no, no. I knew it was
They
their
just
Battle
straight
Riot
up
logo.
ripped it off.
Oh yeah, they did. Um, it's a weird thing with wrestling because sometimes they'll rip off stuff, but no one ever mentions it with indie wrestling. Which it makes sense. You kind of have to draw people in, but it's also like y'all have over like maybe a quarter million subscribers on YouTube and probably a million total followers on social media in total, including YouTube. I don't think you need to resort to knocking off of a logo, but I don't know. I'm not I'm not
But
in the
and
market.
why choose that one?
Well, I think they're going to Florida. I think that's why they chose it. I don't hate that logo. I like that logo, but that's more of a nostalgia thing.
It's not so much I hate the logo, but that mania was good, but it wasn't one of the best ones.
True, true. It sucks that the one Mania they go to Atlanta, it's freaking 27 and everyone hates it.
WrestleMania 27.
hmm
I thought that mania was good.
I enjoyed that Mania, but everyone hates it.
Wait, that's the one that had Randy Orton, CM Punk. That was a good match. It
Yes,
had fucking
Cody Mysterio.
Undertaker, Triple H. I think that was in the Hell in the Cell, but I could be wrong.
No, the Hell in a Cell was the next year. This was this was
Okay.
the year after Shawn retired.
Okay, yeah, yeah. So, but it was Undertaker, Triple H.
Yes, and that's why it was a big
Okay, yeah, that
deal
was a
when
banger
they did
match.
that match. Yes, that was a good match. They had good matches on there. It was more of they didn't
And the
like the main
Miz,
event. They
the Miz. That's the one he made evented.
yes,
Fucking the Miz is awesome. I don't care what anybody says.
yeah, I enjoyed that main event too, but no one else did. But that's also because
Well,
the
fuck
Miz
everybody else.
they thought the Miz had a concussion during that match.
Oh, he did. He got fucked up. He says he
Yeah,
doesn't remember it,
yeah,
which that's gotta suck not to remember your like greatest achievement.
yeah. Which he doesn't really see that as his greatest achievement, which is fair enough to him. Um, he, he said in an interview with Chris Van Vliet that his proudest moment was seeing his wife for the first time on television, like catching his face.
Well, she is pretty she is pretty easy on the eyes. I can understand that. She's pretty cool.
Um,
He came a
yeah,
long way from eating fried chicken over at redacted bag.
that's true.
From fried chicken to French model. Hell yeah. That's a story right there.
Yeah, but people didn't like that main event. There was the eight-man tag match between the Core against Big Show, Kane. I think it was Kofi and Santino. Um, there was Jerry Lawler, Michael Cole that they didn't like, and there was the six-person mixed tag match between Dolph Ziggler, Lay Cool, and John Morrison, Trish Stratus, and Snooki from Jersey Shore.
Okay, I can understand that. What the fuck's a Snooki? I remember that.
I remember the match. I didn't hate it, but that's because I liked John Morrison. Um,
He was cool as fuck.
yeah, he was cool. I remember what else there was on that card. That might be it, legitimately. There was something
I'm just
else.
saying. I'm just saying. WrestleMania 27 was a good one, and anyone who disagrees can suck it.
I enjoyed it. We might have to rewatch. We might have to watch the podcast at some point. Um, Probably around Mania season.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see. Um, but yeah, I give this match about a 6 out of 10. Like, there's some good action, but it just wasn't very memorable for me.
I gave it a. I wanted to give it a 6, but the choppiness kind of fucked it for me, so I gave it a 5.
That is completely fair. So, main event time.
I will
Um,
say, I will say before we get to that, last time, when we did the AEW show and my ratings were very high and yours were kind of average to low, we're pretty neck and neck this time around.
yeah, which I think is because this show's such a mixed bag. Like, we'll get into it with this main event. But it was a very mixed bag. It wasn't good, but it wasn't bad either.
It was
So,
something.
yeah, it was something. It,
There's a reason they put it on YouTube.
well, I think they do all three shows on YouTube, but I don't think that helps their case.
And I'm just an asshole. All right, main event time.
Anyways, main event time. Sorry. I wrote his name down as Carrion, but it's not Carrion Cross anymore. He's Killer Cross. It's Killer Cross
He's
versus
edgy
Matt
now.
Riddle. Yeah, well, he was edgy to begin with. Um,
I put Killer Cross versus Matt Riddle in parentheses. Looks fucking stupid.
his nickname's the Rude Dude, Matt Riddle. Matt Riddle.
Oh my god! Someone crucify him.
When I heard that, I was just like, "The fuck is wrong with this guy? Well, why is that the nickname you want to go with?" Because
That's a reason every boss he's ever had hates him.
yeah, it's like it's the in terms of nicknames, it's the Rude Dude versus the People's Executioner.
God damn!
Like
I didn't know that.
they called him that during the match. It's like, yeah, this guy sounds more liked. Um, yeah, there was a lot of good points during this match. Like the shot counter was kind of funny for Tom Waller. There's a triangle choke from the ropes, and then Riddle immediately taunting Scarlett. I couldn't remember how to spell her name in the moment, so I just wrote down taunts Cross's wife.
Fair.
Um,
Uh, Cross Cross went for a leg lock, which Riddle immediately put into an armbar, and they do a little thing later. Matt Riddle pulls guard, which for you and your non MMA guys, that's when you basically just pull a guy on top of you. He pulled him
Hmm.
into his guard and immediately started trying to break his arm with a Kimura. I thought that was funny as fuck.
Yes.
It's funny because you would never want to pull a guy that fucking big on top of you unless you're just so much better than him.
Yeah. Which ironic with who won the match, but um, there's a good sequence of moves. Cross hit the diamond cutter, and like it wasn't like an RKO, it was a diamond cutter because he did the thing.
It was.
Um,
I loved that.
yeah. Matt Riddle hit a ripcord knee, pulling him in, and then just a straight knee while he's on his knees. And
That was
then
beautiful.
yeah,
I'll give Riddle credit for that. That was a thing of beauty.
yes. Then he went for like a corkscrew senton like kind of flip. I think he
Mm-hmm.
landed on Cross's foot. And then
Landed on
Cross
his
kicked out of
knees.
that. Landed on his knees, and then Cross kicked out of that.
That shit had to hurt Riddle more than Cross.
Yeah, it's just like, um, yeah, I enjoyed this match a lot better than a lot of the other matches, personally. But that might just be me. Like this had a,
It was a fun match, and I liked it more than the shit matches. And I'll leave it at that for now.
okay. Um, this definitely had a big fight feel to it, at least for me.
Yes,
Um,
yes,
you have any
the
other
energy
opinions?
was there.
You have any opinions before we get to the finish?
The fuck you Riddle chants were funny because Riddle looked actually offended. Like, what they saying fuck me for?
It's like
I
you're the
thought that was
heel. You're
hilarious.
supposed to say fuck you. They were smiling saying fuck you.
But yeah, the match having a big match feel, it did have that energy to it, and I was excited to see it. And I think it
Yes.
delivered. I
Yes,
don't hate
I
it.
agree.
I did think it was a good match.
Yes. Um, yeah. Cross pulled Riddle in for a choke after dodging
Mm.
Riddle's chokes and made Riddle tap, and that surprised me. And I explained this to you that the finish for this match surprised me in a meta sense, and I'm going to explain that further. My understanding, at least, was that this was like one of Cross's only matches for MLW. So to me, it doesn't make sense for you to bring a guy in to win if he's not going to come back, right?
So is he not coming back?
I don't know. I don't know if he's not coming back or not.
Okay,
He'll probably come back if he won, but I again don't know for sure. But
I got you.
he might not. My understanding was that this was a one-time thing for a big event or a big event, which
Okay, I see what you're saying.
yeah,
Oh, I think you can work with it a bunch of good ways. Like you could do some character development shit with Riddle, have him going insane that he can't avenge the loss and whatnot. He's
yeah,
already a heel, just make him more of a shit heel.
yeah. Um, yeah. I give this match a 7.5 out of 10. I enjoyed it.
I gave it a 7.
That's fair. Um, overall,
But you forgot one important part of the finish. Damn it!
what part did I forget?
It was awesome because it looked like it fucking hurt right before he put Riddle in the choke. The way he
Oh yeah,
got him all rocked and groggy for the choke, he slammed that motherfucker right on the back of his neck. Right on the back of his neck. That
it's
motherfucker is the new Kurt Angle.
see, I forget about shit like that. I'm glad that's why I have you because you remember that and you call me out for shit like that.
That's because I love how they set shit up. Because a good move is a good move, but a good setup makes a great move.
Yeah. Overall, I would give this show a 5 out of 10.
I agree with that.
Like it should have been a little bit better. Like I'm not saying it should have been a WrestleMania type of thing, but it could have been organized so much better. And
It had
eight
a very
matches. Go ahead.
it had a very what I'm assuming you was about to lead into. It had a very weird pacing that felt unnecessary. It felt rushed. It felt frantic, and it felt like you wanted to give everybody time. And in doing that, you kind of just made everybody look ass.
Yeah, you tried to give everybody time, which gave nobody time.
Right.
But if you had given it another hour and you gave all these matches a little bit more time to marinate, with the exception of the lightning match, that lightning match was perfect as is. But if you gave the rest of these
Yes.
matches some time to marinate, some time to get some work in, the show could have been a lot better overall.
I think 9 matches personally is too many, but if you're gonna do that many, you're gonna have to like pick your. You're gonna have to pick your battles, and I don't feel like they did a good job of that.
Yeah, which not my beef is not 9 matches. It's 9 matches in the span of 2 hours. It's like imagine watching a Raw like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like that's nuts.
it's fucking. I don't. Like you could get away with that if you made like the fucking the Carl Anderson Luke Gallows match. Instead of rushing that for 45 seconds, maybe you make the bunkhouse match. Maybe you make that your fun little gimmicky match where they try to beat his ass with kendo sticks and then he just overpowers them. Maybe you swap the time limits on that. That maybe could have been better because
Yeah,
there's more star power objectively with the Good Brothers match or whatever the hell they're called.
that's fair.
And then the very first match, the Isla Dawn Scarlet match. Why was that even there? If it was gonna be so forgettable and so quick, like it was fun, but if you'd given them more time, they could have really showed out.
Yeah, I think that could have used more of a story because Shotzi and Priscilla had a story. Like it was a little. It was like okay, we're both wanting the championship. It was a bullshit story, but it was a story nonetheless. Isla and
Yeah,
Scarlett felt like they just got put together like in a match because, well, let's just put them both in a match. I mean, her husband's on the card. Why not?
fuck it. It's exactly how it felt.
Yeah. Um. Yeah. Let's close this out though. I'm gonna give you two options for this next show we review.
Okay.
So we have an Indian promotion called WXM, which is on YouTube, or we can do a local Greenville slash Greenwood promotion called Pro Wrestling Turbo, which has some local guys that I've mentioned to you before, but you haven't actually seen, but that upload their old shows.
I am going to say Turbo.
Okay.
I'm saying Turbo simply because I Googled it and saw that Jinder Mahal is with WXM and I hate Jinder. For no
Totally
other
agree.
reason than he's boring.
I think Ginger. I don't think Ginger's that boring. I think it's just the way they tried to build him up.
You could be right.
Because
That's all I can say is you could be right because I wasn't watching when he was champ.
I like going from a jobber to a world champion, and I think it can go really well. Drew McIntyre is a really good example of that. But they actually took the time to build Drew McIntyre, and Drew McIntyre took the time to build himself on the Indies to the point where it's like, okay, I can see him being a world champion one day. Matt Cardona's doing the same thing right now. But Jinder Mahal, to his credit, I imagine he built himself back up on the Indies. He looked like he was on fucking steroids when he came back in 2017, but they put him immediately in the title picture. You can't just do that.
No.
It would be fine if they took like a couple months to be like, okay, we're gonna put him in this feud with Randy Orton now. After now he's been built up to where he's more of a serious character, but they didn't do that. I would have even given him a year, but they rushed into it to try to get like more stuff with India. But
Yep.
I don't know. I don't think Jinder's bad though. I don't think that was Jinder's fault. That was the book. That was the booking team's fault. Absolutely.
I will have to take your word for it because I'm an uneducated ignoramus on this front.
Yeah, I don't know if you actually got to watch that match.
I did not watch any wrestling from like mid to late 2016 until like mid 2022 is when I started back.
Yeah.
When fucking yeah. Yeah.
Okay. I have the show for you next episode. Okay. I'm gonna send it to you. It's an hour and 20 minutes long. Okay. It's called Smash IRL 2 Melee. They all dress up as um different characters from different media, typically Nintendo. But they didn't do that a lot with this one. Like they did there's one trio that was like X-Men.
Yeah, I'm so fucking confused.
You'd have to watch it. Like they're dressed up as these characters, and it's a lot of fun. I went to the latest one they did, but they didn't upload the latest one we did, or they did. Um, so I can't really say like because they when they did Smash IRL 2025, it was all Nintendo characters, and they let like all the non-Nintendo characters um like be their own thing on the previous night, where it was like a Royal Rumble type feel.
Right.
But they don't have either of those shows, so I think this show's entertaining enough to where it's like, okay, we can I can warrant this. But yeah, I sent it to you.
Oh my god. Oh shit, I'm down.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I think we should do it. It's a unique show.
I'm all about uniqueness.
Yeah, it's something different. That's why I tried to go with WXM2 because it's not like it like I don't know a lot about WXM, so it would be something interesting for me too. But with
I'm trying to figure out where the hell you find these obscure promotions. Like, what the hell?
well, I've went to this promotion because they're from Greenville.
That's fair. Well, yeah, yeah, that one makes sense.
Yeah, WXM I had heard because people were like, "Oh yeah, there's an Indian promotion now," and I'm like, "Okay, cool." I think Dijak was on that one too, but Dijak kind of left a sour taste in my mouth after this show.
Yeah, it's fair.
Yeah, but anything you want to say before we close off for the episode?
Uh, yep, yep, you motherfuckers. If you enjoyed this one, you better watch the next one. It's gonna be even better because we got fucking Smash Bros. Wrestling apparently now, or whatever the hell. We got some cool, unique shit never been done before. And if you think it has been done before, you're wrong.
Well, technically it was done before, but this is the second time they've done it.
White people gotta be so technical all the damn time. You're wrong. I'm gonna get the luchador hunter. I'm gonna get the Caucasian hunter after you.
You Caucasian honor. Good lord. Anyways, moving on. I hope y'all enjoyed this episode. We will see y'all next time where we review Pro Wrestling Turbo's Smash IRL 2 Melee. Um, so yeah, bye guys.
Bye.